Hey, what's happening? It's me, Benjels, again on a Thursday, here to shred it up as we do daily here at Slam Academy on the Daily Shred. Daily Shred, 6 p.m., Monday through Friday, Central Time, and other times in different time zones. Just for you. We do this for you. We do this to teach and expand people's knowledge, share the wisdom that we've learned, us being the ninjas, the guys who do the Daily Shred every day. Just trying to spread the love, spread the knowledge, fuel the flames of creative endeavors, that type of thing. Yeah, so here we are, Daily Shred. As I said, my name is Benjels, and I'm here to shred it up. What up, Hellboy? Guy watching on YouTube. That's tight. Good to see you, man. You're a new face to me, and it's good to have you here. So what else can I say? Slam Academy is a Ableton certified training center, and we have a website, slamacademy.com, where you can sign up for all kinds of fun learning activities, such as classes that are sound design, Ableton Live. We have music theory. There's mixing and mastering. We have the producer club that meets every Monday night. You can join that and come hang out, get some track feedback every week. Yeah, that's all the stuff we do at Slam. Come hang out. Come find out more about us, slamacademy.com. And yeah, I'll get on with whatever I'm doing today. Probably some Ableton stuff. As you can see, I have Ableton open. No surprise there. And I was thinking about what to do today, and I just wanted to make some sounds. So I was kind of dicking around before you guys got here, and was making some sounds happen. And then I was like, oh wait, I gotta stream this stuff. I should probably turn that on. So I did, and here we are. Anyway, let's jump right into it, because I want to get going with this stuff. I wanted to have some cool percussion-y things, because I was listening to Mr. Bill today, and he's got a lot of cool percussion-y things. So I did this little trick that I did in a stream a few weeks back. Had a bunch of samples of clicky things and threw them in a sampler, or a simpler rather, in slice mode. And then I put a little beat to it with this MIDI clip that I actually took from a drum beat. I made a drum beat, and then I just threw it over in this simpler. Ooh, pitch hack. Nice. You want to learn about pitch hack, do yous? Well, maybe I can teach you something about it. Which rack was that on? I forget where I just had. Pitch hack. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh yeah, this is actually just a rack that I forgot that I made with these exact same samples. These samples are just like bottle caps on a desk, some keys, I think, some bubble wrap popping. Here, I'll just play them. Let's see here. Where am I? There's that, but I have all these crazy things going on still. I'll just turn all these off and I'll play this. So like I said, I had a drum beat with some clicky samples. And over here, I have these same samples. Hey, I could throw the same drum beat on it. Why not? Yeah. Got the same samples sliced into a drum rack. But then I have pitch hack on it with a compressor and then an echo for some real spacey, clicky things. So pitch hack basically will take your inputted sound, audio, whatever, and it'll transpose it based on where you have it set here. But it also does it at a beat rate, and it does it like, what's the word I'm thinking of? It can repeat it as well with this recycle. So here, I'll play this and we'll see what it sounds like. Take the echo off. So with the recycle on, it'll play your thing more than once. It'll kind of delay it or whatever, and then it'll play it again through the transposition of pitch hack. You can change the rate. So like right now it's like super fast, so it's basically like almost an oscillator. Let's tone that back a little bit. Yeah, I like throwing pitch hack on this just because like it gives it more texture, which is typically what I'm going for when I make a rack out of just like short, clicky things like this. And you throw an echo on there, and you know what I could do to make this even more spacey? I could just double the time. Yeah, so the notes are even more spread out. That's kind of cool. And they go up past where the racks are actually, so I can delete everything up top here, so it's not going to make any sound anyway. Yeah, I actually with pitch hack, I think I've only tried it with percussive sounds. I don't think that's its intended use, but that's what I like doing with it. You can also make it go down in pitch. Oh, here's where it varies. So it'll go up or down from wherever you set it, I believe is how that works. So if I have it here, it'll vary 0 steps. So it's basically just like a delay, I think. But then set it up 10 steps and it'll vary, or say I have it at 0 steps, set the vary up 10 steps. And then it'll vary the pitch within 10 steps up or down of wherever you have pitch hack set. So if I turn it up to, say, 20, let's just do an octave. Let's do 12. And I set it the variant to 12. It'll go up to 24 and down to 0. So you can get some really cool textures out of that. Let's wash it. Wash it with reverb. That's kind of cool. I'm glad you mentioned that. I was going to skip right over this pitch hack thing. I kind of put this group in here on accident. What is that? We call that like a happy accident? I'm pretty happy about it. So yeah. But yeah, so that's a good way to get some clicky textures. Indeed. Shouts out to the man Bob. But I also was using this sampler here, or simpler rather. So I got this beat, all my samples in it, and then I turned on this sample and hold LFO, have it going to a filter and the pitch. It's another way to get some wonky pitch going on with your percussion stuff. You can also have your pitch envelope here, so even with this off. Now what if I have that on and I do this? That's a good way to get some cool stuff happening. And you throw a nice backbeat on it. Put context. Yeah. With other sounds, sure. I had this operator patch that I was also working on to kind of go with this. This is going to be my main lead, if you want to call it that. And so for this guy, I grabbed a saw wave. That's it. Saw wave, pitch it down 12 steps, through the spread up about half, bandpass filter, and then I have him doing a wobble to this kind of off-kilter 1/6. I don't know what the actual theory term of that is. It's between 3/16 and an 1/8 note. Also doing this really wide random LFO here. So then he sounds like this. And this is basically just the beginnings of a sketch, you know. All these textures are just kind of making things happen out in the space, you know, just so there's always kind of something going on. Then I got this guy just doing a nice little thing, kind of grooving along, and a solid backbeat. So that's where I got before you guys showed up, and I suppose my idea for this was to, I don't know, kind of try to fill this out, make it a little more interesting. Maybe just resample a bunch of stuff and throw it on the arrangement. The one thing I was thinking, we got this guy. And maybe he can use some like random sounds kind kind of right on these beats here, like the 4s. And to do that, I was thinking I would just maybe grab one of these clicky things and see if I can just make some cool sounds happen. So I was thinking I would do the same thing basically that I did on a stream a few weeks ago, just to try to get some sounds, but I won't go as in depth as I did then. So we'll try to keep it quick. I'm going to grab basically a beat. Let's see what this guy looks like. Sure. I'm gonna do this, throw him right here. Let's look at these. I duplicated these because one of them I was gonna screw with a whole bunch and the other one I was gonna try to leave clean. Like this one, I'm leaving clean. Yep, there's just my samples. And then this dude, I'm gonna rename this. What was that? Rename this, let's see. I'll call that perk edits. It's called bubble wrap because that was the first sample in the thing. That was the file that I consolidated. It's right here. It's called bubble wrap because that was the first sample in the thing. So now I'm gonna make a MIDI clip here, and I'm just gonna have every sample playing. And I'm gonna go back to the arrangement here. I'm gonna hit, I'm gonna delete this actually. Hit Control-Shift-M, make a MIDI clip, just like that. And then I'm gonna get all my percussions on the grid. I'm gonna do a nice, we'll do 8th note maybe. Duplicate this. Looks like that's it. We'll just nix that one. Leave the pitch LFO on. I'm going to make an audio track here, and I'm going to resample these pitchy guys. I'm going to set my input on this track to, what did I name it? Perk edits. I'm getting audio from perk edits, and then within this simpler here, whoa, I'm getting all kinds of screwy. I'm just going to start messing with this pitch envelope, start messing with this filter, and then also within the simpler we have all the warp modes of regular audio tracks. We've got the beats, tones, textures. You can stretch and compress audio all within the simpler, and that's super handy when you're just trying to design some wacky stuff, which I am at the moment. So let's do that. I'm actually going to loop this. Command L, Control L is actually what I pressed because I have a PC. Yeah. Why, hello, Rogue Panda. Fancy meeting you here. Good to see you, bud. So I'll fill you in. I'm resampling these clicky things, using all the warp modes of my simpler, trying to get some wonky sounds to fill in the spaces between this groovy little operator thing that I got going here. That sounds like this. Not gonna record yet because I'm just showing off. So he's all gurgly, and I'm just gonna fill in these spaces. And so to do that, I'm gonna try to design some sounds by, well, just randomly messing with a simpler. So anyway, here we go. Let's do that. Let's double this time. Let's try it in textures here. this. Okay. Let's see what we got. Let's just see what we got in that there. Kitchen. Yeah, man. It's actually, these are just some real things that I recorded one day. There's like some bottle caps, maybe some coins, some bubble wrap, just random stuff. So now I'm gonna just fish through here and see what I got. Make another audio track, dump this guy over here. Not the whole guy, this guy, just this guy. And I'm with this. Drum and beats. I'm gonna crop the clip here. Everybody let me know if I'm moving quickly, sorry. Just grab this clip, drag it down here, hold shift and stretch it, and that'll warp it and stretch it out. And then I put it into beats mode here. So with that, I'll have it on this double stop. Move it over. Nice. And I think that might be pretty good for what I'm looking for. I'll just do a little pitch mod here. Where is he? Maybe I'll make this bigger. Beep, beep. Oh, right. I do have to consolidate them first. What am I doing? You dummy. So now I've got this kind of cool thing. I'm going to consolidate these here, and that'll save my beat mode warping to the audio clip. So as you can see, it looks a little different now. I can also normalize the volume. And then I'm going to do a little transposition modulation. I'm going to pump it up a little bit just to drop it back down. And then we're going to bring it right back up. Nice. Yeah, we can save that because I feel like I can do a lot with just this. So I duplicated it. I'm going to hit consolidate again to save that pitch modulation I just made. So now the actual audio clip sounds like this. Without that, I can put it back in beats mode. This time put it in single stop, which I think that's what it's called. Maybe do 30-second notes. Maybe I can put it back in double stop. I'm gonna have to stretch it out again though to get that effect, you know what I'm saying? Let's do 30s. Nah, I'm not about it. So let's see here. I got this guy. Let's put him on the thing. I've been trying to do more in the session view, you know, especially for like daily shred and stuff because it's super cool. But I always just end up coming right over here because I'm messing with audio all the time. Manipulating audio is just easier on the timeline. And that's just kind of how I work. I end up putting everything around my audio that I make. So let's see. I'm gonna switch out of automation mode to get all these things away. So I hit the letter A. It's just that easy. I'm gonna throw this dude up. And let's see here. The little gap I want to fill is only this big. So let's see what happens if I just make this guy that big. I really need this tail. Beats mode is not going to work. Let's try repitch. Let's put him right here. Let's see what he sounds like with this dude. Yeah, it's basically what I'm going for. Just some Philly things, and then I think I can even edit these further if I felt like it. Let's see here. This duder. I'm gonna make another audio track. That was the consolidated version. I'm gonna consolidate this guy again. He's the same thing. I'm gonna put him in beats mode. Then if I pitch it down a bit, up a bit. Yeah, why not? Let's see here. I'm gonna put them down here. See what happens if we saturate it with the saturator. Operator mastery, man. It takes a lot to master the operator. Well, I mean, like, I'm just saying that there is so much to do in there. I would not by any means say that I've mastered the operator. I've got it to do what I want enough times, you know? And I'll explain this patch. Yeah, you weren't here when I explained this patch. This right here is just this wobbly thing. It's a saw wave. That's it. I could turn all these oscillators off. These squelchies are not FM synthesis. These ones particularly are not. You can obviously make squelchies with FM synthesis. This right here is a saw wave. Pitched down. The oscillator itself is pitched down an octave. I have the spread turned up, and then it's just being modulated, or this filter is just walking around with this LFO. That's it without the filter. But then when you put the filter on there, it does all that stuff. Without filter. With filter. Way cooler. IMO. Oh, and then I have a little modulation going on there of this envelope here. This right here basically moves the filter. It's like a filter envelope other than the LFO. So like when I modulate it going backwards like this, it'll basically move the filter down here and then bring it back up depending on how fast your attack and release are. Auto filter is filtering out all of the harmonics outside of the band. And that's all you're listening to, is the filter moving up and down the harmonics. So here, I think I can show you this. You got your spectrum here, yo. You got your spectrum here, yo. And so without the auto filter, You got all these chunky things that the saw wave is. Its teeth. Now you're only listening to certain parts of it. That's all it's doing. You're filtering out all of the stuff because the saw wave is huge, super rich, and you're taking out a lot of the other things, and you're just listening to these certain frequency bands. So basically, if I just grabbed another auto filter, this is kind of like what I was doing last week when I had that 3x paramsec on here, that Max for Lab device. It's just moving the filter around, and it's not as smooth as the LFO, so you get these like weird talky shapes. Yeah, it's like controlled random because you have your amount of your LFO here. So like this. I guess I'll just play something. So there it is. There you have it, folks. And that's how, so like you can make your LFO kind of do a random shape, and you can clock sync it. But then you have your oscillator always running. So it kind of has this like hum. Yeah, it's moving around and it's making squishy sounds, but it also has the continuous drone of the oscillator. So what you do is, to make it kind of dance, you just make your notes not touch in your MIDI clips. So like if I had this same thing, I'll go back to my other filter. If I had this same thing, but I had the notes touching, and then not touching, gives it more space. And with that, you don't hear, you don't hear the LFO moving to give it that weird glidey feel, which sometimes you want. Trust me, I want that sometimes. But right now I want it to just be like distinct notes at distinct times when the filter is in a distinct location. So I have this clock synced. And every once in a while you get that whip because it's not to the same grid as my MIDI notes are. It's on this 1/6. My MIDI is on like 16th or something. 30 seconds? 30 seconds. And that's just like, yeah, the basics of making a nice squishy bass line. Like some swamp music stuff. Like, oh, and it's, you gotta have it on like a low octave, which is why I just automatically pitched this down. Because it does the same thing. But you don't get as many of the low harmonics, like the low mid-range. Well, I think you do. I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt, whatever I just said. And you pitch it down. And then, yeah, so I have the filters set around like 1K here, but it's just dancing around. I can take the amount down, put the amount up, and it won't move so much. Yeah, when you're surrounded by mousetraps, I don't think you want to be gliding around. You want to have precise foot placement. Yes. So anyway, let's see what I can do with this other sound that I was dicking around with. I've said dicking around like 4 times this stream. Compressor. Ooh, I just got a cool idea. I have this, but I'm actually going to stretch it out even more. A lot more, you know. Let's go like here. Oh, it's still in beast mode. Shoot. Let's, did I consolidate this? Let's consolidate this. So I got these beats. I'm going to stretch out these beats. that. Best way to get the most body out of the sound. I would say detuning your oscillators. So just to make it huge. So if you have a stabby saw lead, I'm guessing you mean like something like a wavetable. Let's digress. I'm here to answer questions, man. I'll figure out my thing later. Wavetable. Wavetable. Beep beep. Let's turn that off. My default wavetable has an LFO on it, so I can hear the whole wave. More of a full body sound versus sounding. Okay, so you mean like not with a chord. So if you have this unison here, and go, let's try this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't used a wavetable as much as I should, and I know I'm ashamed of that, really. I'm also using a MIDI controller here. That's what the clicking and stuff is. That's one way to make your saw waves big, is to just use that unison. Yep, I was also just gonna say, layering it with another saw wave is totally legit. That is also a very good tactic. And that's kind of the same thing. I'm terrible at the keyboard today. Layering saw waves with saw waves, huge. Using unison on your synthesizers, also huge. Let's try classic unison. All the way up, why not? Look at all these voices. We'll go up to 8. Drop it down a little bit? No, maybe not. I think unison and these techniques get a little muddy when you're down in the low range. Oh yeah, Vital I messed around with for a night, and it was mind-blowing. These are the thickest saws you can get, boys. Thick. Hey, it's Dumpling. Hey, dude. So, yeah, if you're thinking about thickening up your saws, that's one thing I would say. Check out these unison modes, doubling it up with another saw. Maybe this one can be a little different. Ooh, you could even have this guy go to this LFO just a little bit. What is this LFO? Where is he at? That's kind of fun. Yeah. Yeah, LFOs and stuff. Super fun. What if you did the whole thing? Oh, I suppose he's already up here, so doing the whole thing would only bring it down to where I wanted it to go in the first place. Nice. Can you make this a little faster? Turn him down. It's kind of cool. Unison is maxed. Well, not quite. So there you go. Stab. Then maybe mess with your envelopes a little bit. Bring them up here. Doop, doop. Maybe have this guy go to the pitch. The pitch. There we go. And a little bit there. Have him go like this. Do you have to use that by itself, or can you put that over plugin like Serum? Say this wavetable? Basically everything I've done here you can also do in Serum, I would say. Grab your basic shapes wavetable in Serum. Do the same thing. You got two oscillators, put them both on basic shapes. But in Serum, they have the detune thing. You can pick all your voices there. That's basically the same here. Or I think it might be actually called Unison. It's been a while since I've looked at Serum. But that is one way to do that. So yeah, basically you can take these same techniques and apply them to Serum. Look at me. Haha. Bet you didn't see that coming. Playing notes on a keyboard. Now let's go back to this. If you want me to go deeper on that, yeah, just let me know, man. But hopefully that was a good little demonstration for yous. Anyway, what was I gonna do with this? Let's try some texture. Hell yeah, bro. So that's all right. Now let's try to modulate this guy. I'm gonna start fast. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I heard drop it down because it's actually gonna get slower and more separated. Nice. Let's do that. Do that. We'll turn it up too. Oh, dude, that's a good question. What was the source material of this audio I'm stretching? Well, it came from this. Oh, yeah, this. So I had a bunch of samples of just like bottle caps and some bubble wrap and some various other clicky things. Set a loop brace with all my samples playing in order, eighth notes, messed with my pitch envelope, did some warping up in here, recorded it all, took the first one that sounded okay, brought it up over here, did some stuff to it. So the source material was at one point, I'm guessing bubble wrap. I think that was bubble wrap, and it's in the same spot. So I did that, brought it up here. I did some stretched it out in beats mode, did the double stop mode, then I did some pitch modulation, then I consolidated that, and then I shrunk it down so it was all stretched out in beats mode, shrunk it down in repitch mode, so then I made this sound. I'm just filling in the gaps of this little glitchy loop I got going. And then I took this original one with the that stuff, and now I'm doing more things to it. So now I'm down here. Got that. I think I consolidated it. Oh, man, short-term memory, dude. I forget what I did. Anyway, I stretched it out. And I'm doing this. I'm going to consolidate this again. Now let's see if we put this in beats mode again. Do it in 30 seconds. Maybe not. We'll just leave it. See what happens if we crop this. Hold shift, shrink it down to the size that we wanted, which was very tiny. I think it was just this. What happens? Nah, it's too long. we can maybe do half of that. Oh yeah, dude. That's what I'm doing. Trying to do some bass musics. Textures mode gives you some sick growls. Like dinosaurs and stuff. Maybe I'll just do my own thing. I was gonna try to do the same thing I did with this repitch here, but it looks like my notes are too close together, so it's just gonna grains. They're too close together, so the repitch thing isn't really gonna work. Unless, let's see. Maybe I'll just. How about, okay, bear with me. I'm just gonna try something. Put it over on the board here. Stretch this duder out like this. Put in textures mode again. Ooh. Okay. All right, man. I'm glad you're taking these tips. Boom. We do this for you. This is the show where I pretend to know things, you pretend to learn things, and I try not to laugh at my own jokes. Anyway. Yeah, God, I'm so funny. Okay. Check this out. That's pretty cool. What was I gonna do with it? We could try to, instead of the beats mode, maybe I'll just like throw all this stuff on a grid here, kind of, sort of. Kind of, you know, not literally throwing it on a grid, but like more or less. It's gonna be... Reverse it, you're a madman. Okay. Oopsie. Let me crop this baby out. Whoa. Got a little intense at the end there. Here. See what happens if I shrink this down to size. What's the size we're looking for? Oh, wait. Duh. Still gotta consolidate, you dingus. Hey. Transposed it down, you know me. Haha. Hey. Hey, Mike Rat. Good to see you, bud. We're doing stuff like this today. We're making machines do stuff or something. Let's go into beats mode with this guy, see if I can get what I was going for earlier. Not really. It's just not really doing it. But what if... Let's go like this. Oh, that is what I wanted. Repitch? What's repitch gonna do? Is it just gonna buzz at me? What if I do that? Something else is going. What if we wave shape some stuff? I don't know. It's gonna get messy. Maybe I'll pitch this down. What's happening? What's chat's flying off? Oh yeah. Welcome to hell. We're having a sale. It's 3 hours for $5. As much as I can do in 3 hours, you get it for $5. Wow. That's a really good deal. I lost what I was doing. Okay. For the sake of me completely losing what I was doing before, I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Shrink it down. And pop it up. Ooh. So what was I doing? I was filling in the gaps. That's all. Of this guy. Get out of here. Just go somewhere else. Hey. Yeah. Farts are inevitable in this stuff. It happens, man. Doesn't help that I ate chili for lunch. Alright, loop. Let's bring in the whole band. What is this nonsense? You know what? I'll give you guys a little intro. I'm gonna throw all this ish together. I don't need any of this stuff, but I might later. That's my workflow. I can't delete things until the very end, so I put them off to the side. Let's get these perkly urklies up in here. These ones. Yes, dude. These are lounging farts. They're grooving. Nobody wants to leave the room, but you're not sure if you should or not. Okay. Let's do this. Maybe do this. I don't know. I'm just doing a little thing. I don't really know what my purpose is anymore. Yeah. Boom. That's it. That's the thing that we're working on. And the main goal of me making all these sounds and shit was because of this guy. I just feel like these things should be filled with some nonsense like this. And so I was just kind of going with it, you know. Except, yeah. There's that. Maybe I can just do a little some with another operator or this wavetable we got here. Come on, grab it. I'm gonna turn this off though. Why are you so quiet? Why are you so quiet? Let's just do like a... do like just a little MIDI clip here. Find an F note. I'd be on 128th notes. Just do like 30 seconds or something. What is going on? Oopsie. Sure. Sure. Sounding weird. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Yeah, whatever. That. We'll give it some unison. Yeah, why not? Do some pitch bendy stuff. Pitch bend. Chord from wavetable. That is kind of like a rubber band sound. Boing. Now let's just delay on this guy. Try to make this cool. Sure. I'm just gonna freeze this, flatten it, just make it its own thing with this grain delay thrown on there now. And flatten that track. Yeah, so we'll just throw this guy in like right here actually. So, fam, this is just a thing, I guess. This has been a time. I had this idea, just this nice groovy thing, and then I want to just fill in the gaps with some cool sounds. So just literally just messing around, making some stuff happen, or trying to. Maybe throw some verbiage on this guy. And that's basically what we have right now. Oh, pumped. That makes me pumped. Thanks, James. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, then I also have this guy. Oh, I didn't even talk about this. I have another technique, kind of, sort of, that I just thought of. So I've been using this simpler splice mode thing, and then playing all these MIDI notes to get the different sounds, and then manipulating your pitch envelope and stuff to get these cooler sounds. But you could also, like, say, before I consolidated this clip with all my random, like, this is literally the raw audio with a grain delay on it, I think. Oh, with something on it. Well, whatever. This is it. But before I consolidated this clip to throw it in my simpler, I took all those audio clips and threw them in the zones tab of a sampler. So I have all these random things. Me kicking a cup outside, can clicking, bottle caps. That's what it was. Cans, like the pop tab or beer tab or whatever. So I did that. Highlight them all. And then you go to your velocity here. which then puts all of those samples on different velocity sensitivities of your MIDI keyboard or MIDI clips and whatnot. Yes, exactly. Then you distribute ranges equally, so then each velocity will have its own sample, and then I kind of overlap them myself. So certain velocities you'll have 2 samples playing. Anyway, then you have all of this global pitch control and stuff, just like the simpler. You also have a global amp envelope here, and yeah, you can adjust your things this way. So that was just another thing that I did. And then I have this randomizer here to put in random velocity so that each hit will be a different thing. And that was it. That was it. That was just another workflow that I thought of to make more clicky stuff happen. So real quick, I'll just make a little clip here of, I don't know, some notes. Oh, and another thing is that since it's on a sampler, you can key tracking. Like it'll transpose the sounds based on where you're on a keyboard. I don't have them. Super quiet right now. Why are you so quiet? Yep. Exactly, dude. And actually this bubble wrap thing, the bubble wrap sample I was using, it works really well as like a snare layer, I found out. So I think this was it. Or was it this one? I think it was this one. The simpler one was easier that way because I know where the sample is. Just sounds pretty cool. But yeah, then this way I have the all the samples in the zones tab. Swap this out for a glue compressor, actually. Glue compressor. Cause I don't give a shit. But yeah, so then I throw the same rhythm in there. Yeah. Whatever, up, down of beats. You know, I could make a little pack of these. I could actually just make these racks, I think, and just export them. And then you just basically fill in your own samples. And I mean, you guys could do that too. I could resample this shite. Check it out. I kind of did earlier, actually. Here's me resampling this beat. You know what? I'll resample that beat right now. Where's that thing? Work edits, I think. Zerp. Yeah. Fulcrum is a word that I have never used myself. Not gonna say I don't know what it means. I probably do. That's none of your business. Well, right on, man. I can certainly do some stuff here. Like this. This is my workflow. I get all my samples. I throw them on the grids here. Like this. It's silent. I honestly don't know what's making this sound. Because there's nothing on it. Right? There's nothing on this track. Ugh, jeez. I don't know. I must have done something to it and consolidated it without realizing it. Anyway, I grab a bunch of samples, throw them on the grid, consolidate them all, unless you're going to use the sample zones tab mode. But anyway, consolidate them all, throw them in a simpler, slice mode, and then you just record yourself dicking around with the LFO, the filter, the mount, the pitch envelope and stuff. just like this. So here we go. I'm gonna sell this. And you're gonna have so much fun with this, man. Sometimes these are like these are really short samples. I also have this LFO and this filter going. So let's turn that off. Then check this out. You got your warp modes right here, yo. Because it's all MIDI, yo, like, it's only stretching on beat. How about repitch? How about some reverb? What if I got crazy and threw like a delay on here or something? Or a chorus? Jeez. Alright, I'm still recording. This is getting a little nutty. The glue compressor, well, for one, is making it louder. And then also, if I get a little wild, the transients can, like, distort and clip and stuff. So yeah, it's basically catching all the unwanted, super sharp stuff. How about this chorus, though? Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He got all friendly. He's all like, hey, guys.
You're not kicking?
Chorus smashes, bro, every time. Alright, maybe not every time. This is like that surprised look. You know? Like in the movies. They still do that in movies, right? Where they look all surprised. But yeah, so there's my workflow for that. I had another shred where I focused solely on that like a few weeks ago, and it's still super fun. Like now if I need just like filler glitchy stuff, I know I can just go into my user library. Percussion. Let's see. I want like a loop though. Sure. Let's do this one. This one will be fun. Here I am on my tangents. Thanks for coming along. It wouldn't be the same if it was just me. So now I have this. Oh, fuck. It's not audio. I'm a dummy. Should have seen that. Let's see. Let's see. Congo percussion. Another thing is, like, it's got to be, like, separate. You know, like, separated hits. So like some of them have like a lot of reverb on there, doesn't work as well. I don't know. I really thought this would work. Sorry. I was like, oh yeah, I probably got something in here. I'm not gonna have to dig forever. 2 hours later. Ooh. Where'd that go? Perfect. We'll take this percussion break. Roll it on in here. Go into slice mode. Where am I? This is Graham. Graham. It's all the same, basically. I think it's just like a 1-bar thing, not even. But for our purposes, this will be just fine. This is fine. Jaw harp? Is that a thing in my user library, or is that something completely unrelated that I missed? Probably talking about the chorus thing that I did a second ago. Okay. Let's try this, shall we? See what happens when I take this from Cram. Cram. Percussion loop hi-hat hits. Oh, right. I gotta make my MIDI clip. Yeah. So let's see here. What are we on? 8th notes? Let's do 16ths. Let's do 16ths and let's swang it this time. My God, what in the world? Oh, I made an 8-bar loop. That's why this is so long. I was like, why are they so tiny? This, duplicate it up, duplicate it up. That'll be fine. That'll be just fine. Oh yeah, then we'll boop. Groove here. 16th note groove. Oh no, that portion of Vital, I saw a Reddit video on that and it blew my mind. Oh man, thanks for reminding me. I meant to try it, but that was like a week ago. Man, I was like, oh wow, I want to try this like today. 1 week later. But no, that voice to synth thing is crazy. Yeah, I need to spend more time with Vital in general. Like I sat down with it maybe once or twice, had a good time. Never really dove deep into it, more so flipping through the presets, and then I made my own stuff a couple times. But hey fam, we did it. 100 messages today. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's the shit I live for. Anyway, back to this Cram. Cram percussion loop hi-hat break. Cram percussion loop hi-hat break. Nice, nice. Yeah. I'm gonna record and I'm gonna dick around with my stuff like I said I was. I'm never gonna say that again. Not on the internet. Anyway, here we go. Sure. Nice. Nice little whips. Turn on warp mode, huh? What about beats? What about beats? Nice. So that's something. Pew pew! What up, Specs? My guy. That's yeah, this is all in simpler. This is simpler. This what I'm doing right here is in simpler. So you get the slice mode here. And your pitch envelope. And your LFOs, which, I mean, you got this stuff in sampler too. But the slice mode is really what we're going for here. Yeah! So I basically just grabbed a random percussion hi-hat loop out of my user library. Resampled myself a little bit. It's not your average hi-hat loop anymore. Let's see here. Oops. Let's see what we actually got. And the thing is with this, you can always expand on it. You got some cool sounds here. It's kind of like some, I don't know, some trap stuff. Pew, 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 like freaking Uzi. Remember Trap Lord Uzi? Not like the Uzi of today. You know, the trap shit guy. He had like trap shit 1 through 8 or 20 some, I don't know. He was trap lord. Let's modulate this. I'm really going for some pew pews. Some pew pews. Yeah. Yeah, Uzi. You know what I'm talking about. He's got that one song that's like boom 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 boom. All right, that's like a throwback. I don't know. Now I'm just kind of losing it. That was just an example of what I would do. But with this repeating hi-hat loop, it's not as interesting. That's why it's cool to just get your own Foley stuff. Tap on the desk. Tap on a glass. Tap on your head. Record it. Throw it into the sampler. That's what you do. That's the workflow. Okay, I got this. That's all fun. I love this thing. So fun. Yeah. So, that's that. Ooh, that's kind of... Let's see what it sounds like, shall we? I'll mute this guy. I'm talking really far away. I just backed up for a sec. I don't know if you guys hear me. Is Ableton live? Ableton live is live right now on my computer screen. From my computer to yours. We are Ableton live. Nice. I like that. What if we did some weird stuff? What if we did some weird stuff, huh? Let's do this. Bruh? Wow. Wow, okay. Chorus. Thank you for being here. Been mighty fine having you. Let's see if I also can throw... I don't know, I guess throwing this delay on, I would basically be doing the same thing as the chorus is already doing. Nice. Let's try this thing. This is a rack I made a long time ago. This is actually the first rack I think I ever made in Ableton, and I use it a lot. It's just fun to add it on stuff. So like we got this here. It's got a chorus in it, so I'll turn this chorus off. Then you throw this guy on there. What if I did this with this other chorus? Yo, this is really messing with my head. What? What? Where am I? Oh, look at this. This thing is just getting slammed up here. This compressor up here. Ah, jeez, this is wild. As he plays it again. What about this guy? Nice. Maybe I should just like cut these out at the ends there. Having that going all the time is a little. Maybe I'll just have it. Oopsie, I don't want to do that. Cut out whenever the snare hits. Just give the snare its space, you know. I have 2 in that rack. Choruses? Yeah, I got a chorus right here. Fucking ridiculous. This is fucking. Yes. Going crazy, man. It's going crazy. Fucking nuts. Yeah, but I want this to just kind of stop. I also have this. Let's go. What is this? Beats on it. Let's throw some beats on it. Do some phaser shit. Nice. Nice. More glue. More glue. Soft clip. This guy's just too loud. Zerp. Oh, I also have some parallel compression going on here. Oh. Horses? I want to say I know what you're talking about. I will agree with you. But I can't say I know what you're talking about. Horses make glue? What the what? I don't know if I want to be educated on that fact. Oh. Ugh. Dang. Bring that beat back. Man, I really hope that horses don't make glue. Well, okay, it'd be cool if horses made glue, but not if people made glue from horses. Can you imagine, like, you go into the glue factory and you're like, horses? This is insane. You don't even have thumbs. Crazy. I would be blown away. Alright, kids, we're going to the glue factory for the field trip. I don't know why you'd go there, but then they find out there's horses working at the glue factory. Who knew? Ugh, boy. Boy, oh boy, the things you don't know, you know? Let's do a, I don't know. Oops, I don't want that. I don't want to control M, I want to control shift M. I want to use this bass thing. Yes. What is that? I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm just kind of riding with this thing. It's kind of, you know, this thing was still here. I don't know, dude. This is fucking funny. What the hell? What the hell are we doing now? I don't know, dude. What was this like when it wasn't reversed? I don't know. Fucking shut up. What the hell? Whatever, we'll duplicate that. We'll duplicate that because we're having fun. So weird. That's not very, I don't know, it's just super ominous. It's just Super grindy though. Like I do like it as a sound. I just don't know how I'd be able to fit it into anything I'm doing right now. Yeah. Well, yeah, so I think that'll probably do it for me today, actually, guys and gals and dogs and cats and squirrels and rabbits and birds and bees and leaves on trees. Someone's got to have a tree in their house with some plant or something. Anyway, yeah, I think this is about wrap it up for today's episode of Daily Shred with Banjos, brought to you by Slam Academy on the Thursday of the week that is 7 days long, starting with Monday, moving towards Sunday. 5 of those days we do a daily shred at 6 o'clock Central Time, those days being Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Yeah, wow, I can't believe I had to think about that for a sec. Yeah, so like I said, my name's Benjos. This has been the Daily Shred. I'll play this off one more time so you guys can laugh at me or do whatever you want to do with this experience. It's all for you. And for me, I do have a lot of fun. I get a lot out of this as well. So I'm not gonna lie about that. Whatever that is. So yeah, this might go somewhere, but more, this is probably just going to stay a sketch, and I'm just going to take some sounds out of it. Either way, it's been a good time. It's been my pleasure being here with you guys. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Always good to have friends to talk to. Just makes it a lot better, a lot easier. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to reach out on the Discord, Slam Academy Discord. Always stay locked at slamacademy.com for things we're doing on our Facebook page for events, free classes, stuff like that. Once again, yes, I agree. If I put some things over this, flush it out a little bit, there's a decent basis here, I would say. You can go somewhere. Unknown Bushi, this is the first time I've heard from you. Thank you for being here. I'm digging your emojis. Love it. But yeah, all right. So for real, though, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll be here next Thursday. But until then, always stay tuned to Slam Academy's Daily Shred. Thank you, guys. Take it easy.